886, how are you doing, brother? Let me just like share this shit. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. Boom, boom. Join the chat. Give me a minute or two, folks. Um, 886, you saw the Reposa founder on Solana Accelerate stage. Check their X page. Yeah, I mean, like, let's just call it like it is. Stealth. I am. I'm still waiting on the 1 out of 1. Yeah, Hawk, like, appreciate you tuning in. Let me do this one, brother. All good. But I'm still waiting on the Reposa founders to actually get back with me, or get back at me. I kind of want to, I kind of just like, I need their 1 out of 1, folks. Where are we kidding? Right? Let's, they actually had some mad buying, right? There you go. I mean, let's see. A, B, C. And this will be your 1, 2. I mean, like, how do you, maybe something like this? I mean, we're already like halfway there, right? This was your zone of getting in. And honestly, I kind of feel like this this kind of looks like Clanosaurus, I believe. I believe they look really similar. Somewhat similar. I mean, interesting food for thought, right? kind of mad at life because I was eyeing this bastard, and the guy literally, like, he also increased his floor price. Official partners with Miami Heat, Roastery HQ in Miami, and another sports team partnership. Well, there you go. Good for them, guys. Like, I had like a fun time with the interview. Yeah, that was good. I mean, folks, like, let's just call it like it is, right? Like, NFTs are fucking booming these days. We had like what? So one day ago, we had like a 270K CryptoPunk sale and a nearly $500,000. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, you have people like Threat Guy saying like, hey, the NFT like move up is not real. I'm gonna drop like a video on this tomorrow. But I am rather confident that we just entered like the disbelief stage of like the NFT rally. So it seems to me. The only thing which actually makes sense, right? For when people are actually like claiming like, hey, yeah, like this rally is not real, more than likely they're just gonna jump in after, right? They've been like milk dry of excitement for the market, etc., etc., and everything just works in cycles, right? So, well, what you gonna do? Pretty much what we've been advocating for in the past few months, anyways, right? I'd reckon like all of these dips are gonna get like eaten up rather soon, if I were to guess. Also, folks, I don't have an agenda, right? I don't have an agenda. So let me know what you would like me to have a look at. And in the meantime, let's start off with Mitts. Coming fresh from the town hall. Obviously hyped down a little bit after the past mint. But if you guys actually listen to what Kenny said, they're gonna have like some kind of an announcement soon, right? Right at the retest of like the previous highs. My question to you would be like, if you were planning to get yourself a medieval, what would you be waiting for essentially, right? Like, when, if now would not be the good time in your opinion, when would it be like a good time to to get yourself like a nice little allocation? Because I'll tell you this much, folks, like I've been like buying in some extra. We actually had like quite like a good correction here. %50, right? So I don't know, right? Like historically speaking, whenever you leave the accumulation zone and they basically give you this kind of a retest, right? It's, well, I mean, like if this support is gonna hold, I mean, yeah, but like, so 886 saying bots always destroying the good pumps, unfortunately. I'm not sure if it's a bot though. Not saying it's not, but what I'm definitely saying is that it's quite logical to actually retest before you go up. And also, like, if you're just taking a look from here, right? So what you're seeing here, inverse head and shoulders. Target reached. Right, so I don't know. I would not be surprised if we're gonna see something like again, if I were to guess. Time to get yourself some nice looking floors, folks. I think, or at the very least, like that's what I'm gonna do personally. Let's see, floor's pretty thin, quite thin actually. So yeah, folks, that's mids, right? Let's see what primes are actually trading at. 2x the floor price. I think that makes sense. Man, I think like these primes have absolutely they killed it, right? I think like Nits is making so good noise though. Oh wait, what the fuck? SMB 20 Solana. No, that cannot be right. Actually, I think it's right. Well, I mean, folks, not to toot my own fucking horn, but like, I told you so. Brought by yours truly. We do not have a life, but holy shit, do we like a JPEG or two? This is nuts. I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like if you're looking, so if you're not a disbeliever in technical analysis, you would say like this is a bullish dragon, and dragon patterns actually have like quite literally like this is your target. Now, I don't think it's gonna get there overnight, and actually, I've no clue. But like what I do know though is that if you just bought whenever most people were kind of in disbelief, right? Whether it was the right time, like basically when people were waiting for like the stars to align, well, get fucked. If you ever wanted to get your hands on this amazing looking pixelated art, I think you're gonna have like a shittier time right now. That might actually like bring some good opportunity to SMB Gen 2. Let's see. I mean, A, B, C, boom. That's gonna be your one wave, I reckon. Interesting times, right? In within the NFT landscape. I think well, if you're like me, which you might just be, who knows, then you're going to be happy that you accumulate it. Okay Bears actually like was like the sickest fucking thing, right? With Okay Bears, there was like a wallet dumping like a bunch of these earlier today. Again, very like interesting behavior, especially given like the momentum of the market, etc. I truly believe that. I mean, just look at this. Can you have like a cleaner fucking retest of a downtrend? So TLDR, I would be highly surprised if these things would just like end up shitting the bed and we're not gonna see like a move up. Maybe for DGOT you'd have something like this. Again, like this is very speculative, right? Like this is why we basically bought in at like these levels. Or you're kind of cucked if you did not. You're kind of cucked if you did not. Well, there you go, folks. Like, if you're not buying these JPEGs, you're getting cucked. Is there actually like, does anyone know within the chat, did the SMB team actually get on Accelerate? Like, is there a chance to like see the schedule? Interesting. So should probably just like have a look at who's speaking, right? It would just make so much sense to see whoever is speaking. I mean, this was kind of a no-brainer in hindsight, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Nope. What happened with SMB though? Yes. JMOS, how are you doing, brother? Just taking a look at SMB, absolutely ripping so hard. Solana NFT, folks. I mean, guys, like, honestly, right? Like, why, like, be critical to me. Why would this not be the time? Like, in what, like, from a fundamental point of view, right? Why would right here, right now, when we're seeing people in disbelief, right? Like, we have a fucking threat guy, we have, I mean, like, I can literally show this to you guys. Threat guy NFTs. Look at the volume. It's a complete nothing burger. Everybody was hating on me saying NFTs are back. Are you guys sure? I mean, like, he never said it. He actually said it was fake. The pump was fake. It's always like the case though. Like, people are always like waiting for like these volume breakouts, right? But like, what I've often seen is that the volume kicks in as the price goes up, right? I would argue that like the consolidations, etc., are probably like, that's where volume dries out a little bit, right? So I don't know, like, this is why having like a collecting mindset and just like having fun, treating this as some kind of a hobby you'd like to explore, why not right here, right now, right? And just look at this art. Looks amazeballs. Pretty sure this is like a pretty good trade. I'm not that like deep into like SMB. I believe like Cool Monkey is extremely well connected there. But yeah, Solana NFTs, folks. So for DGOTs, like, I'm not sure what to expect, not gonna lie. So I think it kind of would make sense to actually get back here. Little retest. But it doesn't need to, right? Like, it can just, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, quite literally, like, do you believe this pump is real, or like, are you guys literally in disbelief? mean, yeah, I'm definitely gonna pull the trigger on this. I guess like Utes are not on Orbis just yet. Thank you. Yeah, I think like that's as much of a discount you're gonna get. Call me retarded, folks, but like I don't believe like we're gonna get too much of a discount here. Boom. There we go. Give me a second or two. All right. On to the next one. So what is the shit we've seen so far? Primates. Let's I mean, like, it's I kind of want to just like me being real, I kind of just want to use Orbis, but without like the charting history, it's kind of hard for me to use them. We'll do it this way though. Let's see. Primates. They've been killing it. To be fair though, like they did like 2x. It's definitely more on like resistance than support, right? So yeah, like if you're gonna be a buyer here, I personally would rather wait for something like this if we would get it, right? And that's an if. And if not, then it is what it is. But like, folks, like we've been covering this for months now, right? Like I think February is when we really started out. A lot of these NFTs have been doing so well ever since. Primates there, I mean, SMB, what? February. Oh. Nearly gained 50%. Planos is what it is. Isn't it fucking weird though that the wash traded kind of collections, I mean, like I don't think they've moved all that much. I mean, they moved, but like just in the wrong direction. I have yet to see someone with like a Frogana NFT. What are all the wash traded collections? John is asking. Well, here's like here's the thing, you fucking guys. For those who watch UFC, I think it's pretty much most collections wash trade their NFTs. If I'm being honest, I think, I do not know. I think, right? But it depends. Like it's not even like the own collections. It's literally just like people wash trading, right? In order to farm points, farm whatever. But the real question is, in whatever way, shape, or form, do get collections wash traded, right? Lucky, how are you doing, brother? Appreciate you tuning in. With Fragana, I have yet to fucking encounter anyone who gives a shit about this collection. Not my personal opinion here. I literally have not met anyone or heard of anyone giving a shit about this collection. All I do know is that, I mean, like, it's a lot of the same addresses buying and selling the entire time. So chat, like, prove me wrong. Does anyone know anyone who is rocking a Frogana NFT? Also, shout out to Lucky. Started out doing his own stream. Actually, like a very, very kind guy. We gotta have each other's back, brother. So if you enjoyed these kind of NFT retard streams, I'm sure Lucky would fit right in. Right? Lucky, don't make me be the only one here. But yeah. So with Frogana, for example, it's just my humble opinion that it's like just a shit collection. Yeah, Raposa have been killing it. For sure. They got swept because they were talking on like the Accelerate conference. Actually, player 2 getting some bits. Who would have guessed? Isn't it crazy, chat, that yeah, we actually already discussed like the Raposa Cups. Nothing really happened. Like no catalyst, no oscillator, no nothing. This is so fucking retarded. I actually like Nick O'Neill a lot. They landed a deal with Miami Heat and Dolphins. That's crazy. That's crazy. What? I read today that the CEO of Bodoggos actually got diagnosed with cancer. That's true. Four. Yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna. Yeah, he got diagnosed with cancer. I would have loved to get him on stream. Actually, I think like he's one of, if not the best marketeer in the space. When it comes down to personal branding, the guy is an absolute fucking genius. Boom, boom. There we go, Bodoggos. Yeah, that's definitely sad to hear, brother. But you cannot tell me that anyone like that would be a beast when it comes down to mentality. So not that it makes a difference at the end of the day, right? But like I'm sure he's in a good space, or I hope. I mean, like, Lucky, brother, like if you're waiting for like an entry on medievals, like what are you waiting for? Because I don't think it's gonna get a lot better than this. We actually discussed it during the stream. I think this is it. Quite literally, like I think this is it. Like, how is this not A entry. I think this entry is pretty fucking good. It's a good entry, I think. I kind of want to buy it, and then I think it's good, actually. I find it hard to believe we'll be going 5 waves down here. Yeah, Reaver's like, I fully agree there. Like, I'm not gonna lie though, the monthly looks fucking horrible, but I think the monthly is wrong. Reverse, having said that, brother, yeah, this dip was expected for sure. At some point, we're gonna have to make amends, right? With the one-on-one. It's true. You know it's true. Reverse, like, I'll tell you this, like, I think it should, like, so, like, whoever doesn't know, right? Like, Reverse and I, we're kind of Eskimo brothers, to where we both have, like, an identical twin, but, like, not even, like, an identical twin. It's literally, like, the identical twin, because, like, the numbering is even, like, the same. Where's the... There you go. This is mine. And this is Reverse. So, I mean, like, Reverse, how do we sort this one out, dude? Because I do kind of feel like we have to. At some point, right? What's the point of having twins if, well, they're not really twins? I mean, like, they're twins, but they should kind of be together, right? You get the point. Lucky is asking for any perks on getting a non-human mid. What's the deal there, brother? There is no point in mids. The only point is to show life how mid you are. And, like, it might sound retarded, but it's kind of true. There is no point in it. Like, it's an art project. The only thing I can say though, other than if you're autistic like me and you just like to get yourself some grills, they work on burning mechanisms, right? So with the burning mechanisms, that means that, well, you want to have some ammunition to burn at the end of the day. Now, how do you get the kind of ammunition to burn? By sweeping some floors. So the alpha with mids probably is get yourself floor ones. I'm gonna leave it be for now. I think I've done enough already. Done enough already. Stop it, you crazy buffoon. Reverse, like, shut the fuck up with... So Reverse is literally DMing me if I want to sell mine for 2 Solana. You must be smoking straight crack, brother. If I want to sell the 1 out of 1 for 2 Solana. How about no? Reverse, you want to sell me yours for 2 Solana? I mean, dude, like, you know what? Like, the thing with mids though, right? Lucky. What I can say though is start building your collection. Either fuck with the art or you don't. But like, it's a really good community to, well, to mingle with. Very fun, very interactive. Actually has like great community members. Quite some people who actually like tune into the stream. Shout out to Reverse, Jamos, Caps. I believe also has mids. 886. It's just like a good fucking community to be a part of. And having said that, we're cooking with mids, brothers. I think you won't want to miss this one. But you can get one, right? So just get yourself something nice. You want to spoil yourself sometimes, right? Get yourself like a nice 1 out of 1. Show off the size of your schlong. Maybe a gold halo would be a good one. I mean, like, to me, like, mids is just like a ton of fun, right? Like, these guys, like, they're quite literally constantly cooking. That's their MO at the end of the day. Fuck around and find out. But I wholeheartedly believe that medievals would have actually like would have great odds to actually come out as one of the newer kind of Solana collections to actually make like a lot of noise. We called Sensei on stream, actually like catching some bits as well. Boryoku Dragon is also one to where I quite literally expect them to slip over banana peel, and all of the sudden they would just chat. I would not be surprised if we're gonna see like these levels sooner or later. And to anyone who's like, well, you're gonna make predictions, you're like, I'm quite literally saying what I think. For crying out loud, I'm a guy in my mid-30s dressed up with like a cat scarf and like this fucking beanie, etc., etc. But I have a pretty good opinion on collecting NFTs, right? So do with that what you will. No financial advice here, folks, right? No crying at the casino. And we're definitely at a casino, right? But if I were to guess, and I'm guessing for a living at the end of the day, doesn't this kind of look like SMB Gen 2? Actually. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Yeah, I think we're getting taken to the promised land sometime soon, folks. So the question is, right? Like, if you're getting into this and you're interested in NFTs and you're like, well, Kat, what do I need to buy, right? I think you have, like, at the end of the day, you have two options. First being, just play it safe, get yourself floors. Historically speaking, and like every OG will agrees with me on this one, nothing ages quite as well as just simple floors that are in liquidity. And more than anything, when time progresses, the ratios between like grills and floors actually demises a little bit, right? So you might have like these grill sills for like 10-12x the floor price right here right now, but it would probably be like a little more narrow when prices would be higher. Although, right, although it should be noted that we had a 8x floor price grill sill on ETH Punks the other day. But like, if you're not sure how to position yourself, right, just buy ones you like at the floor level. They're the most liquid, right? So if you want to instantly dump them, you can. So we've had DGOTs, Matlats. I think like the problem with Matlats is that it would be rather hard to like start like a uptrend from here. I think like the bottom will be in. I think so. But I think you're gonna have a hard time piercing through this kind of resistance, if I were to guess. I mean, that's a lot of resistance right there. To where with other ones, you see some like consolidation, right? And like sideways movements. Like it, who knows? It might just like go sideways for a long time with just like higher lows. And these higher lows might still be like a 300-400% pump for them to just like consolidate after. I'd reckon. I think Famous Foxes is in a really interesting spot, because I do kind of feel that if they would just like go on from here, they probably get to the 200 weekly AMA. But yeah, I mean, like they've already had quite the run up, so it's gonna be interesting to see if, I mean, that'd actually be crazy, right? Like if they would 4x from these levels, I would say so for sure. But then again, I would not be surprised. But like, who knows if you would do something like this? Would make a lot of sense to me technically, though. All I know, folks, like honestly, on like Famous Foxes, I think like the infrastructure, like their platform is absolutely great. I think it's like one of the better blue chips right here, right now. Also with regard to utility, yada yada yada. I think they'll be doing incredibly well. Incredibly well. Incredible, folks. So that's Foxes for you. Geckos. I mean, like, the trade obviously was here, right? Now I don't know what to say here. I don't know. I do think that Geckos is actually like a really good project. I'm not sure if this is like the price where you would like to get in. And I'll probably have Geckos on sometime soon. Let's see. Same with Kais from OK Bears. I think I'll be having them on either next week or the week after. That's gonna be actually sick. I've been looking forward to OK Bears for the longest time. So let's see how this. I mean, like, folks, I should have geckos on sometime soon. Actually, I want to have them on. I want to have Jemmy Jam on from SMB as well. We've had D-Gods, we've had Matlads. Claynosaurus should be on tomorrow. Actually, not tomorrow. What do I have planned for tomorrow? Let's see. Nothing yet. I mean, like, we have medievals on a lot. Man, that's crazy. Degenerate Ape Academy just keeps on rising, eh? Nearly 4x from the bottom. So you know what, folks, for tomorrow, I want to have I'm gonna upload a video on like the disbelief stage of NFT markets. Lucky saying, man, okay, Bears midnight was memorable, can never forget that. I wasn't there, brother. Was it any good? Yeah, I missed this one, sadly. Gets us a nice one, it's all right. Crazy, it's pumped so hard in 24 hours. I mean, like, I think we'll see that again, though. I probably reckon rogues would be like a solid pick at these levels. Just imagine what's gonna happen when rogues would have something like this, right? Interesting times, folks. I mean, we're not even talking about like getting yourself some quality fucking NFTs, right? Right. I mean, like if you want to get yourself grills, I think it's probably fair to say that it's going to be like a whole lot harder than it was like a month ago or so, when everyone and their mom was like, NFTs are dead. This might be interesting still. I've seen Eeps on the timeline a lot as well. I mean, like it's just kind of hard. Doesn't this kind of look like medievals? Like the retest? No, actually, you retested higher. No, never mind, folks. No, I'm if I were to bet on one project that make you a fat stack, what would it be? And purely from a trader's perspective, DGOTS. DGOTS is, in my opinion, like the clearest. I think technically it looks just like it would touch like these kind of levels sooner or later. But rather than like the trading aspect, right? Like Lucky, I just prefer just like to be a part of a community I fuck with. I like to get like really deep into these communities and basically be like a very, very, very proactive kind of holder, right? Or like an active kind of holder. Shine extra light, try to get spaces going, just like add value at the end of the day. Mits is like very easy in that one. Mits is full of people like that, to be honest. I mean, like honestly, like it's quite easy. Like my biggest backs, they are DGOTS, medievals, Utes, and then you have like it drops off severely, right? I got some. I mean, like I got like some in most of them, to be honest with you. I got some SMBs. I like all of the blue chips. I don't like Klanosaurs visually that much. Like I think they're a really, really, really good project. I just don't really fuck with the art. But they're probably really good. So it's not like a quality. I mean, oh, this looks very good though. I would not be surprised if we're gonna like touch this trend line sooner or later, which is like a 5x from these levels. Just imagine the smell in this one. What's your pick on that one, Lucky? Picking Klanos, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think their operation is bad at all. I think it's probably one of the best ones. It's just that it's very personal, right? Whatever you fuck with the most. Yeah. Even though I'll tell you this much, like I've been like active on their community like earlier, talking about Klanos. It's not quite as active as I would have thought it to be. Just being real there, I actually assumed it to be more active. Having said that, folks, this is actually my second stream today after like together with like town halls as well. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Not sure about the time specifically. I'll cook something. I've been slacking for like a few days, and we gotta up the viewership, right? We gotta do better. So is that in comparison to DGOT, you mean? Yeah, for example. Also in comparison to mids. I think I'm just gonna be so with their IP play, I think that's a very smart and a good play. I think they'll be like very, very, very successful with that. I think it's easy for them to come out on top and to be like one of the blue chips, right? Yeah. Let's see. Fact is, you know what, Lucky? I think honestly, I think all of the blue chips, I think they're all gonna be like performing amazingly, right? DGOTs, SMB, Matlots. Even though with Matlots it's gonna be like quite hard to like start their uptrend because like they literally are still capitulating. Famous Foxes, Geckos. I think like these are the names to really keep an eye on. Then you have names like Gains. You have names like Medievals. I think like those are the most prominent names in my book to keep an eye on. I think like those are probably have like the best odds of being some kind of a future blue chip. But fact is, like, it's going to be really, 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 really interesting to see how this space is gonna evolve. I think like this is like the time people have been waiting on for. Like, I think this is the time like I've been waiting for. I mean, like, this looks to be ready to fucking rip here. Jeez. I mean, like the entry has already been passed, right? I think like the entry was a lot better a little bit ago. Not gonna lie, like I'm not sure about entries right now. But yeah, dude, like Lucky, let's do some streams together. I think it could be a lot of fun. You actually seem like a very nice guy so far. So happy to see if we can make like 1 + 1 = 3, if you will, and collab a little bit. Having said that, folks, I appreciate you tuning in. On to the next one. I'm going to Cat V1 artwork smiths were better. Yeah, I think so. But like, this is gonna be it for me, folks. I appreciate you tuning in. Tomorrow I'll probably stream for a lot longer. It's time to test my limits again, folks. Like I can smell like a long streaming coming. Like I need to crack down the numbers. I gotta be cooking, and I will cook. I will deliver. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And on to the next one. Purring out.